Joining us now, Congresswoman Mariannette Miller-Meeks from the House GOP Doctors Caucus, along with Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne from House Transportation. Let's watch what happened on airplanes right after the announcement was made that the TSA dropped Biden's mask mandate, after a judge blocked it. Watch this.
The judge overturned the mask mandate. My company and at this moment, if you choose to, you may remove your mask.
It's over immediately. Congratulations. The company position is, the Delta position is, masks will be optional this evening for all crew and passengers as well. So it is cause to celebrate, but for the
always abide by what the airlines has requested, but I think it's this time, just like with counties and cities, they're choosing to take the mask mandate off, so it's about time.
I love it. I love the change of not wearing a mask.
What do you say, Congresswoman Miller-Meeks? What do you think of that reaction?
Well, I would have the same reaction, and many of us were a little despondent when they were going to continue the mask mandate on airlines, despite already having continued it when it was ended in cities and when it was found unconstitutional. So, you know, I think the Biden administration has been behind the curve on the science, and they've been behind the curve on where the public is on this issue. This could have been a win for the administration. You know, when they came into office, they campaigned on shutting down the virus, not shutting down the country, but they want to keep the country shut down.
You know, to Congressman Miller-Meeks' point, Congressman Van Duyne, you know, the U.S. District Judge who ruled that the mask mandate was, quote, unlawful. Were we being forced to do something unlawful this whole time? Because Trump's Surgeon General is now saying this may not be a good idea. We should keep wearing masks. And Dr. Fauci is saying the same thing. What do you say?
Well, the fact is that the CDC never had the authority. It was not constitutional for the CDC to be enforcing it to begin with. I'm in a lawsuit with the state of Texas against the CDC, claiming that you know, we want to make sure that there's precedent set so that we don't see this continue in the future. This mask mandate was supposed to be lifted last September. It was extended. It was extended again in March. It was extended again in April. They tried to give it another extension. And it's like at some point in time, people want to get their lives back. Of course, people are clapping and are happy that they're not having to wear them anymore. Wouldn't you be? We don't have to wear them in restaurants. We don't have to wear them at work. But all of a sudden, you get stuck in an airport, which is already an uncomfortable place to be. You get stuck on a plane, and you're there for hours, especially if your flight's delayed, and you're having to wear these masks. People are now bringing like huge bottles of water so they can be drinking and not having to wear a mask.
Yeah.
The CDC never had the authority to be able to do this, and we want to make sure that that's set in precedent, set in law, so they don't continue to trample on individual rights.
And Congressman Miller-Meeks, the CDC has said masks are ineffective. We've seen studies out of JAMA and Lancet, you know, medical journals that they don't work. And Democrats like Nancy Pelosi, California Governor Newsom, Stacey Abrams, Vice President Kamala Harris, they made mask wearing optional anyway. They were breaking the rules there.
Well, it's always been, you know, it's not okay for me to do it, but it's okay for them to do it. So this is politicians talking out of both sides of their mouths. And we have a president who wants to extend Title 42 and say the pandemic is over, but wants to continue masks on planes. So, you know, I think it's valid to say they haven't had the authority, whether they challenge this in court or not. I think the most important thing is that we have to learn to live with this virus. We know there'll be variants, but the Omicron variant proved not to be very serious. And so we'll continue to respond to this and adapt accordingly. But people should be able to make that decision on their own. Whether or not they want to wear a mask. And I think
that's it.
I would be gleeful. I'm delighted to be able to fly tomorrow without having to wear a mask.
Yeah, that's the point. It's optional, right, Congressman Van Duyne, to what the Congresswoman's saying? You can still wear a mask on airplanes. You just can't force people to wear one. And by the way, you know, the White House is losing a lot in court. The eviction moratorium, Biden's temporary ban to drill for oil and gas on public lands, vaccine mandates for large private businesses. Are they going to lose on Title 42, the pandemic Trump border policy?
I mean,
we sure hope so.
Oh, go ahead, Congressman Van Duyne. Go ahead.
It's not in the best interest of the country, but they're losing because every single time, this is not about safety. This is not about protecting Americans. This is all about increased government control and decreased individual freedoms. So, yeah, they're losing in court because they just keep trying to control more and more. It's not constitutional. The science is not there. And it's about time. I mean, it's been over 2 years that we've been dealing with this, and dealing with COVID in response to the pandemic. We're shooting down on businesses. We're making people unemployed at a time when we're trying to hire people, and having mask mandates, other vaccine mandates are hurting the very people that they claim to be trying to help.
And Congresswoman Miller-Meeks, you wanted to weigh in on that. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, think about it. Last year, they passed a massive spending, $1.9 trillion COVID relief package. A lot of that money was to go to schools to improve their ventilation. So you have airplanes, which have an excellent ventilation system, HEPA filters. If you Google and try to find a documented case that they have traced back to airline travel, please show me that. And I've asked this question of the CDC. So you have no documented cases transmitted on airline travel. You have excellent HEPA filters and ventilation systems, which was part of what their spending package was for. And so, there's been testimony that the mask mandate should be lifted in airlines. So as I said, President Biden has been behind the curve, both on the science and where the public has moved to. And it was far beyond time to have ended the mask mandate on air travel.
Thank you, Congresswoman Miller-Meeks and Van Duyne. It's good to have you on. Come back soon. Thanks for spending time with us tonight.